Hello students, another writing lesson for today. It is Thursday and we only have one more day of school left. That would be tomorrow on Friday. So I'm glad you're here for the second to last writing lesson of the week, in which we practice this letter Q that's circled right here. And the theme of the last few days has been the lowercase letters that go under the line, just like the G, J, P, Q, and Y. Every one of those goes underneath that bottom line. In fact, you see my name, Mr. Barry, has a Y, and it's going down below the line. And we focus today on the letter Q. So here is the letter Q, and this is what you're going to practice. Hang on a second before you write. Watch how I make the stroke. This actually was one of those letter C words. It has a letter C inside of it. Okay, I didn't really bother with it because I didn't want to confuse it with the G at the time, but you're going to make it just like the letter C, and then it turns into an O, and then you come down. And right now it looks exactly like an A. And now it looks like we might be making a letter G, but we make the hook on the other side. And the hook is a little smaller. Compare that to this letter G. The hook faces that direction. The letter Q, the hook faces the other direction, and the hook is a little smaller. So let's practice a couple more of those. Again, you're making the letter C, and then it touches the bottom line, becomes a letter O, but then it drops straight down. However, the hook turns the other way like that. So you will make, say, 10 of these letter Qs, as nicely as you can. Make sure that it is coming down here, all the way into this open space here, and that it can't pass this dotted line. That is a proper letter Q. So do that 10 times. The other thing I wanted to show you are some common mistakes. And well, here's a common mistake, making the letter Q, and it all looks like this. But then, oh, like that. I've seen that a few times. That looks kind of more like a fancy A with a little curl. That's not a letter Q. And then we see variations of it like this, where it's not touching the top line, and it goes kind of like that. I recognize this is a Q, but that cannot be the way that we write it. It has to be under the dotted line. And the Q is not a very common letter, so we don't write it all that often. It's not all that common. And let me still go ahead and show you an important fact about the Q that you will definitely need to know. And that is, in words that start with a Q, they always have a U. If they're a proper English word. There's some words like Iraq or Qantas Airlines that doesn't have the U, but that is not really English. So QU is the way we start the word. And then I'm going to say quarter. Quarter, Q. Remember that? Oh no, I just realized I messed up my color coding. I'm supposed to make the Q in blue and the other's green, but that's okay. I think you guys see what I'm trying to highlight here, which is the letter the letter Q, and how it is shaped. And how all the other letters, let's actually review each of the other ones. So Q is a drop tail letter. U is just a regular letter, lowercase letter. It sits right on that line and stops at the middle line. Here's another regular lowercase letter, an A. Fits inside the lines, another regular lowercase letter. But now we get to the T, tall lowercase letter. And then the other ones are regular short lowercase letters. Let's add one more sentence, or rather one more word. And we'll be getting introduced to this in the future, something called quotes. You've seen quotation marks inside books, even if you have no idea what I'm talking about right now. I'm sure you've seen them. Quotation marks, these two little lines that you sometimes see in front of a sentence, and they're in quotes. So that also starts with a letter Q. Okay, quotes. So there are words here, quarter and quotes. Both start with the Q-U. So write those words as well, as nice as you can. And again, you're going to practice these numbers because I was a little alarmed earlier this week when I saw numbers that were all over the place. Take a look. We had like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. You know, it was like all over the place. So we need to make sure that doesn't continue into the future. And we, yeah, let's erase that. There we go. We're writing these numbers correctly, okay? So there you go. Please write those letter Q's 10 times. Write the words quarter in quotes and practice writing those numbers just like capital letters. And I will see you tomorrow.